Charles Leclerc has achieved his childhood dream by winning the Monaco Grand Prix and breaking the curse associated with his home race. But the Ferrari driver is clearly not willing to stop there. Having narrowed the gap to Max Verstappen to just 31 points and following his sixth career victory and his first of the season, Leclerc's objectives are now clear, namely to challenge the Dutchman for the championship title. Given Ferrari's notable progress in recent races since they dropped their update package, this ambition appears increasingly attainable. With more traditional circuits on the schedule, can Leclerc maintain his momentum for the rest of the season? It's clear that every F1 fan was overjoyed to see Leclerc cross the finish line first. However, it's important to remember that victories in Monaco are often viewed with some caution due to the unique nature of the track. Red Bull's difficulties began in Miami, persisted in Imola, and were markedly pronounced in Monaco, where Perez failed to advance past Q1 while both Ferrari drivers finished on the podium. Even so, this is all part of the contest, and Ferrari now appears to have tremendous potential to compete for both championships in 2024. Under Vassir's leadership, the team has excelled. Despite initial criticisms about the car's conservative design on launch day, Leclerc and Sainz have demonstrated its capability to win races and compete for championships. The real test now lies in sustaining this performance on traditional circuits like Montreal and Barcelona. Given the impressive pace shown on a challenging track with numerous bumps and curbs, it's reasonable to predict that Red Bull might continue to face difficulties in Montreal, which features a similar surface but is faster with longer straights. The Drivers' Championship has become intriguing, with Leclerc solidifying his position as the second fastest driver and significantly reducing Verstappen's lead, especially after the Dutchman finished in P6. Leclerc's advantage was undoubtedly helped by a red flag that benefited his teammate, potentially denying Verstappen additional points. However, it wasn't luck alone that secured Leclerc pole position and victory on his home ground. The dominance of the SF24 was evident when compared to other cars. This situation demonstrates that despite Red Bull's intentions to maintain their recent dominance with a new car design, their results have not met those expectations. In the 2024 season so far, out of 8 venues, Red Bull has already lost 3 races. This contrasts sharply with their performance last year, where they only lost 1 out of 22 races in the F1 calendar. It's evident that the Austrian team's lead is diminishing. The dramatic finish at Imola, where Norris almost delivered a heartbreaking defeat to Verstappen's fans, underscores the challenges ahead. It highlights that the 2024 season is far from decided, and Verstappen will need to push the RB20 to its limits to extract the necessary performance. The core issue for Red Bull appears to be that the new car design they have pursued may not deliver the competitive edge they anticipated for this year. While Ferrari now appear exceptionally sharp and speedy with their first upgrade package of the season, it's crucial to remember that the Maranello team has 2 more upgrades slated for 2024, with the next one debuting at Silverstone. To truly determine if the SF24 is back in top form, we'll need to see a genuine contest between Leclerc and Verstappen in Barcelona and Montreal, the upcoming races on the calendar. Despite this, the Italian team has never seemed more optimistic and energized about a championship battle. Even if Verstappen continues to dominate the forthcoming races, his relentless drive to recover strongly after a disappointing weekend suggests that the Constructors' Championship will be fiercely contested. Red Bull currently lacks 2 consistently performing drivers, with Perez ranked as the 5th fastest on the grid. This situation could potentially lead to further complications between Perez and the Austrian team. Adding to their woes, he lacks a contract for the 2025 season, and his recent performance in Monaco likely won't do him any favors in negotiating a long-term deal with Red Bull. Compounding Red Bull's challenges, Carlos Sainz has pledged to support Charles Leclerc in Monaco, affirming he will do whatever is necessary to protect his teammate. Sainz commented that if he finishes ahead of Leclerc, it would indicate significant issues either with his teammates or the team's strategy. While such a scenario isn't guaranteed in future races, since Sainz also has his aspirations, If Ferrari can align Sainz with the broader objective of the championship fight between Leclerc and Verstappen, we could witness a 2v1 battle from Ferrari against Verstappen and Red Bull. Moreover, Red Bull's troubles don't stop there. It's not just Ferrari they need to contend with. McLaren is rapidly closing in. In the last 3 weekends, McLaren has accumulated 85 points, surpassing Red Bull by 4 and trailing Ferrari by just 16, positioning themselves as a formidable force. The Constructors' Championship is poised for intense competition. A brief look reveals that Red Bull's lead has dwindled to just 24 points. While a 31-point difference in the Drivers' Championship may take multiple races to close, the Constructors' standings could shift as early as the Montreal event, especially if Red Bull experiences another disappointing weekend like they did in Monaco. Critics might argue that Ferrari fans are overly optimistic following a single win in a race known for its unique challenges and limitations in revealing true car performance. However, the numbers speak for themselves. Ferrari has amassed 101 points over the past 3 races, compared to Red Bull's 81, largely due to Sergio Perez's lackluster performance. The Mexican driver has fallen out of the top 3 in the standings after the Monaco GP, and given his current form, he cannot be seen as a reliable support for Verstappen should the Dutchman encounter difficulties. This is precisely what Red Bull needs, and the reason behind hiring Perez. If he underperforms, his seat would inevitably face intense scrutiny and potential replacement rumors throughout the season. The fact that both Perez and Tsunoda have the same number of Q3 appearances in 2024, with 6 each, highlights the challenging situation for the Mexican driver, indicating a possible replacement on the horizon. However, while Perez's performance this season has noticeably dipped compared to his past success on street circuits, it's important to recognize that this is not solely due to his driving. The car's handling has been problematic, as Verstappen pointed out, forcing them to avoid attacking the curbs directly and diminishing the confidence they had with previous Red Bull models. Regardless, this may be an issue Red Bull has brought upon itself by believing there was untapped potential in a design element that Mercedes may have overlooked. As Verstappen noted, resolving this problem is not something that can be achieved in just a few weeks. The 3-time world champion hopes that this won't be an issue for him next year, which indicates that he anticipates the car struggling on circuits with many curbs, bumpy surfaces, and slow corners, a disadvantage for the RB20 compared to its predecessors. Considering this, could we witness an exciting and competitive F1 championship for the first time since 2021, when Verstappen secured his first title? More importantly, do you think Ferrari has what it takes to maintain its momentum on traditional circuits like Barcelona and Silverstone? Share your thoughts in the comments below,